the ordinary here tonight, Wizard?
I'm expecting some sort of soft breach ban from either Glide or Balkan. Constantly, that's a very soft breach reliant map. I'm thinking some sort of flank watch or soft breach ban right here. Give me 1 second. My siege isn't working, and yep, the first thing banned is Sledge, as you want that vertical ban to be prominent. You want to take one of those things off the board, as Sledge is the first one off the board. What are you thinking here for the second one?
I know there's been prioritization around the likes of Nomad has been one, Thatcher has been another operator, which teams do sort of play, ban out. Believe it or not, Blackbeard, there we go, it's going to be the Nomad. Blackbeard was the other one that I've seen a lot of teams prioritize, especially on a map like Concept, being able to play around the repels on those windows. Unfortunately, we already have Kef just getting, hopefully he'll be back soon, but we are getting into the defender bans. Wouldn't be surprised if we... So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised yet. It's going to be the castle. Does make it very hard to get into some of these sites. It's not the most traditional ban, but I have seen it start to become a little bit more popular. I'm expecting something like the Kaid here, just because those electro claws can, electrify those hatches, makes it that much harder to get into.
I think it'll be an Echo ban.
Yeah, it could be an Echo ban as well. There, just with the prominence of IQ, there are ways to play around the Okos, but yeah, there we go. It's going to be the Echo.
I do like that castle ban from Balkan though. This map, lots of line of sight can be made. They are starting off on the attack, so I think they're trying to get some rounds in early, Panda.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what you want. You get those early rounds in, means when you head to the second half, you just have a little bit more momentum going into things. I do believe we got Kif back there. I'm having a couple
yes,
of issues.
he is in.
Unfortunately, I have a black screen at the moment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There we go. We're back at it. We are starting off on console for the first round of defense here for Glide. Pretty standard setup here. Alibi is not for one of the most traditionally picked defense operators, but does fill a very similar role to the castle. Because obviously you're spraying through those barricaded windows. If there is one of those prisoners on the other side, it's going to give away your position, which can make things very, very hard to deal with. So it's a pretty solid pickup here for Glide on the defense.
Yeah, exactly, and they are picking up this top floor defense to start with, the most common one. You see a lot of teams starting to hold admin less and less as they move to a more vertical approach. I think we're gonna expect some sort of admin presence from Glide here, and possibly some late vertical drops. They've got the Mozzie, they've got the Mute, maybe some late C4 gameplay. Who knows? Yeah,
most definitely. Having the ability to play from below with those nitro spells is so incredibly detrimental to a lot of attacking sides. You find yourself in a position where you have to stay mobile. You have to stay moving, because all of a sudden you could get a cell phone call from below and it's all over, and you hate to find yourself in that situation. But it looks like we've gone for a pretty cookie cutter setup here for the attack. They've got an IQ. Maverick is probably the least expected operator I see here, but I think they're potentially looking to play around those hatches. And we see Static already finding Fox here. That is the Mute. So not the biggest loss here for Glide, but a pretty significant kill to open things up. And a pretty great trade there. It means one of those nitro cells is now off the board. And we see a cheeky peek out the doorway. Glide now returning things back to normal. It's K-Con who swings with the Alder and takes out the head of Static. So 1-for-1 going into the end of this first minute of the round.
Yeah, a good refrag from Kin that evened the odds. I think that was a pre-fire through the window that Static got onto the Mute there. That is one of those C4s off the board. And now we have a cheeky angle from Trills here looking onto the spiral staircase. I've never seen this before.
That is some big brain game knowledge. Yes, it's incredibly dirty, because if you can find the head of someone off of that, one, it's going to be incredibly tilting. Two, it's such a great position to play around on the defense that it can be quite hard to be pushed out of there without some utility committed. But it is getting in towards the second half of the round. It's going to be the repel from Winter outside, trying to get the angle onto one of these defenders. Trills has heard that window being opened, looking for something of a jiggle, but not going to find much. It's actually Glide who finds another onto MT Jax. That is the Sophia gone. A pretty solid pick there. Means no impacts, no concussions going to be available. Oh,
whoa, what a
another, and unfortunately not going to find it this time, as they do trade out easy in the end. So no more Mozzie drones going to be available. A nice pickup there from Karasray. He's playing from down in Archive. It's not a great position with that Maverick, but he's going to look to rotate, get himself upstairs, join up with the rest of the team. But going into the final minute, it's 3 versus 3. Health has been lost by both sides, but advantage definitely in favor of Glide at the moment. Final minute of the round. The repeller coming out. It's going to be Winter, the dedicated diffuser holder here of the Thatcher. He gets sprayed through the window once again. Same angle, same result as Glide find the man with the diffuser. Trills gets refragged out almost immediately by the IQ. So they have got control of the diffuser once again, but there's so little time left here. They've got to play around those prisoners and the evil eyes as well. Kif just whipping his shots there. Does have to pull back, looking down long desk, doesn't find much of anything. He has control of meeting at the moment, but no diffuser in hand. 24 seconds left in the round. Don't think they've realized that Kakon is there with the Alder in hand. Swinging wide, it is going to be Source. Does land a decent number of shots, so the damage has been done. Could quite easily be mopped up here. Karasare trying to provide support to his teammate, but it's Kakon with a triple in the round. It's all down to a 1v1. 5 seconds left. All he has to do is delay. He doesn't have to compete. It's Karasare, though, going for the defuse. This could be the big quad to finish things out for the Glide man. He goes in. He's pushing in aggressively. Pings come out, and it will be a quad to end things out. Kakon going massive in the round.
Yeah, what a play from Kim there on the Maestro. He's popping off 2 cheeky picks on that window. I don't know how he got away with that 2 times in a row, but some back and forth there from both teams. I think this is going to be a hell of a game. Just that first round being so close is a symbol for times to come.
Yeah, most definitely. Just the frag power of this Glide lineup. Not even that. It's just the one man with the Alder in hand putting in massive work. But now it is going to be the basement hold here for Glide in their second defense round. It's going to be Kakon switching out for the Wemai this time. Maestro going to go over to Source. They have picked up the Bandit as well, trying to play around that garage wall. Karasare once again resuming his position on the Maverick, so they do have some counterplay to this. The real question is how well do they get that garage door open, and how heavily are they punished off the back of it?
Exactly. Now, speaking of Karasare, beautiful refrags on the Balkan Ratnici side, peeking off their team. Player may as well take one for it, so very well played by them. And I think we have Glide extending towards the top floors here as Mute runs up without doing any of his reinforcements on the bottom floor. Where is he going to reinforce here?
No, we've seen sort of all sorts of, unique and different approaches to rounds here. It looks like it's going to be that vertical hold. Probably, yeah, it looks like it is going to be the Bandit of Easy upstairs playing from up there. We might even see a bit of a cheeky spawn peek here. He's got the window open. He's looking through the trees. There is someone there. He hasn't quite realized. It's quite hard to see through the trees, and I would imagine he's probably sitting behind some sort of fortification. We'll just pull off, heads back, rotates over to meeting room, and probably going to head back downstairs. No, he's going to go contest admin office. He's going to be the play. Has support there, has heard the window being opened. He could look for something incredibly obnoxious here with the MP7 in hand. He's playing front office and service stairs. Drone comes out, so position is given away. He will have to rotate out as the spray is coming through those admin office windows already. But that could have been absolutely disastrous if they had gotten Kif early on in the round. Oh, the repeller's there. Does he see the elbow? He does. Whoa. He goes to the spray. Trills. Copped a bit of damage there, but we almost found something in half circle stairs. The man coming from long desk will find the opening frag. And it is going to be static once again to open things up.
We have this Ash running in top floor. The triple pinches on the top floor and all the windows repelling. That's tough for the Glide players to escape from, but one of them managed to, and that's the most important thing. As now a minute and almost a minute and a half has whittled off the clock. Is that going to be the game changer here, Panda?
Well, you are coming from a position, obviously, where a lot of teams are used to playing that 20-second meter, running down the clock, and then looking to execute. So they're going to be comfortable playing into the later stages of the round, obviously, but the meta has definitely shifted in terms of operator picks. And down in the basement is Kakon in position again, MP5K in hand, has the deployable shield there. Here's the breaching torch coming out to great effect, so they're going to be looking to try and play around the open holes in the roof and the open garage door as well. Kept in position with a breaching charge, is going to be playing from anti-chamber. It's Glide though, finding one to even things up. That's empty jacks down once again. The Zofia taken off the board here. So a pretty spectacular frag there. The impacts and concussions can be so massive in flushing out these defensive operators, especially with the deployable shields there and available. So now we see the garage door is soft, so can be pushed into at any moment given the opportunity. Floor is open above them. Those small angles can be enough to find headshots here, as I do believe it is still Kif running around from above. Looking for the angle, it's Static. He sees the foot, he sees the ankle. It's Kakon, he gets down, and he will be finished off. A double in the round for Static. What a spectacular way to open things up. They've got the man advantage once again. Garage door is going to be opened up. The mute now rotating back to a more defensible position, coming down circle stairs, though. It's Kif. The evil eye is there. Will scout him out. Spray comes in. Pre-fire spectacularly landing there. Source, the Elder, once again, coming up massive for Team Glide so far in this series. Winter has the defuse. Static gets himself a triple. Finds himself another. That's a quad in the round. We can see an ace here. It's all up to Source with the Elder in hand. Playing in a 1v3 situation. Diffuser is down.
Now,
multiple attackers now pushing into Garage, and I'd have to hazard a guess that this is all but over. No! Source isn't going down without a fight. He's found a double in the round. May have realized that there is someone playing from above, and he's looking through these angles through the floor, and unfortunately it's not going to be enough, and Static will secure himself an ace in round 2.
What a play from Static there to get the 5 kills. You know, the obvious pick at the top floor on Trills. The opening pick, I should say, not the obvious one. After that, just methodically picking apart the Glide defense. And, sorry for cutting you off there, but I was saying the Consulate Garage Hold is one of the hardest sites in the game to retake post-plant, especially in a 1vx situation.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, you see it time and time again. As soon as that garage door is open, you have all that utility you can just dump straight in, you know, especially if you pick up an operator like Ying, which we haven't seen any of yet, but having the smokes, having those candelas can make it so very, very hard to initially deny the plant and then retake off the back of it. But we are going to be heading straight back down to basement once again. Glide, changing things up. Kakon going to be playing the Pulse this time. A pretty decent shift up from where yes, having those magnets are great, but the heartbeat sensor can open up so much information for the team, allow you to play around, you know, different positions like archives and all the rest of it, and could be the thing which Glide needs to, you know, take that round lead back once again.
The additional info at the start of the round could lead to an early pick, which may shift the tides once more in Glide's favor. You know, they lose a few players. If they get those refrags early on, that could be the round changer here.
Yeah, and they're just getting themselves set up the standard hatch reinforcements here. Nothing too obnoxious going to be coming out. They're not looking for anything too anything that is too much of a deviation from the standard norm here. Will obviously be 2 operators upstairs, probably Trills and Easy once again playing on that extended road. And it looks like it's going to be Easy once again looking for another spawn peak. Will he see one? He does, but he's only catching angles. He does! He gets the head of Static, and that has been the big man for Balkan Ratnici so far. And with an Ash now off the board and the lead fragger for them, surely this is definitely a round in which Glide are in a position to win.
100% Static, you know, the ace last round and the opening pick every round since the start of this game. Well, that's a ballsy move by Easy, and on this occasion, it paid off.
Yeah, I mean, it paid off dividends. The man he took down was 6-0-2, 2 rounds in, so his averaged 3 kills around. He only got 1 in the first one and 5 in the second, so it's not quite a natural representation of what he's been able to achieve so far, but it's a big kill nonetheless. It does seem that Balkan Ratnici are going for that top floor clear once again.
It does, yeah. I think now that Glide's got that pick, they're feeling much stronger mentally. They've backed off. They've given up the top floor, and since they've said, okay, we've got your top fragger, we're going to back off, we're going to play site. And you got to wonder how this affects Balkan mentally here. Obviously, they've just lost their top fragger who's opened up so many rounds. What's their playstyle? What are they thinking?
Exactly. The mental game is so heavily impactful, especially in a game like Rainbow Six Siege. And the fact that you were spawn peaked, not only was it your top fragger, but it was with an empty 7 as well. Surely that is going to be hugely detrimental to the mental side of things. And the breaching torch is coming out on main garage door. And it looks like they're in position to contest it here. The shotgun going to be in hand. No, he switched out to the SMG-11, but it's Fox looking for the ankles of Karasray right now, and if he could find that frag, that'd be just as big. No, he's going to back it off. He's going to play it safe. He's going to hold this first floor. And you see over in Archives, it's going to be the Maestro of Source playing very, very defensively, playing a very hard anchor role. Trills heading back upstairs. Evil Eye is there on the floor of Garage trying to contest this lower breach. As Kiff with a headshot takes out Trills. What a big shot indeed. Does mean the Jaeger's gone. Not a huge loss in all honesty, because he has placed those ADSs down already. Just means there's going to be no roam threat, no 416 carbine going to be available for him. And this is where the vertical play starts. Kept with the reaching shard is going to be opening up the floor in and around press room. Try and get the angle on these defenders and try and make it as hard as possible for them to try and contest anything. K-God looking for something cheeky. Bullet hole set up through the wall. And Empty Jacks will find easy. That was one of the big men in this way. Good man in the series for Glide as it stands. He got that opening frag. Winter going for the defuse. Fox finds Empty Jacks though in response. Quick refrag. Diffuser is down though. And K-Con gets funneled through that rotate hole. Taken out by Kef from above. It is now up to Fox and Source. Source has done some big things in the past. Fox goes down. Absolutely blown away by Karasray. But Maverick taking him out. It's all up to Source. He does have the ult in hand, but I don't think he's going to be quite as effective on it as we saw K-Con earlier. Time is slowly bleeding away. He finds Kef though. Brings it back to he brings it back to a 2v1. They're both playing externally. He has to find them both. He swings, and the pre-fire comes out. Karasray securing the second round in a row for Balkan Ratnici.
Again, that garage hold 2 times in a row. They got the plant off, and what can Glide change here to maybe deny the plant even after that initial pick? Maybe they should have just all fallen back to site and stopped that entrance into garage, or even just held that piano a bit more heavy. They've got to be feeling bad after that one, after getting that initial pick of Static, the playmaker, off the board, and still losing the round. That's got to be rough.
Well, surely the transition is you pick up Smoke, because he's so great at playing into the Maverick, especially when he is trying to burn through Garage Wall. Blackbeard is going to be the 6th pick here for MT Jacks. These windows are about to get very rough. The Navy SEAL are going to be repelling and using that big shield of his to try and negate those initial headshots. Could be a very rough situation for Glide to play into if they can't deal with him early on.
100%. That Blackbeard can be a nuisance, especially late game. Like you said, if he's locked down a window and locked down across, then it's going to be that much harder to retake, as he essentially splits that part of the map in half.
And they're getting themselves set up upstairs. It's going to be easy on the Mozzie once again. P10 Roni going to be in hand. K-Con back on the WMI. Source relegated to the Maestro here. Surprising enough, considering we saw K-Con was the man who clutched it out in the 1v4 to take a quad kill and the first round. Surprising they haven't given it to him. Fox going to be back on the mute. Trills back on the Jaeger, so no real deviation there. The only change is going to be that Mozzie being picked up instead of the Bandit. It'll be interesting to see how things go for them in this round. We are in the action phase. It is going to be Static aggressively going up on this the southern side, sorry. Spray's coming out. He almost finds one. Bullets will be returned. He will just back himself off, and we almost saw Static going down for the first kill in a round twice in a row.
100%. Yeah, that mute was I believe Fox. Yes, Fox on the mute was not watching the connector window as Static goes to hit, but both survived that one, and still a 5v5 situation.
He was incredibly lucky there as he will reposition himself. Bomb has been found, so they are using those drones to great effect right now. Here comes the repel from the Blackbeard. This is where it all starts to kick off. He's copped a bit of damage. MT Jacks.
Whoa.
I'd have to say he's come off worse in that situation. Despite getting huge damage out onto the wall, he gets taken out. Not only that, but by the SMG-11, Kiff will refrag out immediately. But that's got to be massively demoralizing, losing a trade against the Blackbeard. Well, as a Blackbeard, as easy finds another one, Trills refragged out by Static immediately back to a 3 versus 3. But you're a Blackbeard, you've got the shield, and then all of a sudden you get wiped out by an SMG-11. The man's only got 1 kill in the game so far. That'd weigh on your mental so incredibly heavy.
100%. And oh, what a flick from Static, holding the long desk angle, peeking onto one that just came from WizardOCE. What a shot. that's got to open up sight here. He's got to have gotten the call that was the one projector. Who knows? They might go for a full execute here. Yeah, everyone's rotating over to the projector site. You've got the Thatcher, you've got the IQ on the rappel. It's a 2v3 situation. How's this going to work for Glide?
Yeah, I mean, they've still got Easy and Cake on, two of the big fraggers for this team already. Unfortunately, as I say, that Caster's Curse does mean that Easy gets taken down. It is now all up to Cake on. He's got next to no health and only an MP5K in hand. The prone play from Balkan will secure 3 rounds in a row as they are playing their attack very, very well right now.
100%. I believe this was Balkan's map pick, and they sure are playing like it. You've got Static running in and gunning confidently, hitting insane shots, and his team right there behind him to back him up. I've got to say, this attack half is looking... it's edging more and more towards Balkan's side. I want to see what Glide do here to switch it up.
I mean, they haven't really deviated much at all. They must have some confidence in their strats and their operator lineup, as we do see some more deviation. Straight, no, he's going straight back to it. He did have the Zofia this time, but will 6 back out. There's no real deviation from either of these teams at the moment. I think the biggest deviation we've seen is MT Jax has said, no, I'm sick of playing the Zofia. It hasn't really needed me anything. Now he's playing the Blackbeard. Unfortunately, it has had the exact same result, as he did get taken out by the SMG-11 of Fox in the last round. But we'll see how it plays. We'll see how it changes. Maybe it's going to be a positional thing. But it is both teams getting themselves set up. Round number 5. Glide only finding 1 round on the defense so far. And we already see Source has taken some damage.
I believe that's from rotation holes and miscoms. You can see the nerves are clearly getting to Glide here. You know, they're anxious to win. They're very competitive players. I think they're feeling it. And once they get in the zone and once they start communicating a bit more, I think we can see some great stuff from them.
Yeah, most definitely. But, you know, prep phase is coming to an end. Wizard, if you were in the situation, if you were the coach for Glide right now, what would your recommendation be? He's looking for another one right now. Will he see the head? Will he find himself another opening frag here? Was Fox last round to take it? He's playing prone on yellow stairs. If we could find a kill here, it would be absolutely massive. Static cops down and off the back of it. And no, it is not, unfortunately, not enough here, as MT Jax will secure the opening frag there, taking out the Mozzie.
Yeah, that's a shameful opening pick. You know, now Glide's already on the back foot, Source already taken damage. If I was Glide's coach here, I'd say to play their game, play their comfortable game, see what the Balkan players are doing and how they're losing sight so quickly, and try and stop them, or at least slow them. Maybe have a more aggressive roam game, or maybe go more passive into sight instead of roaming without info and stuff like that. That's what I'd say to the Glide players right now.
Yeah, and we already see Kakon has taken a bit of damage off the back of it already. He's struggling very much after we saw him get that initial quad kill in the first round. Trills finds one back. It's another frag on
that a run out?
A cheeky run out from main lobby, so a decent kill there for them to find. Kakon finds another one on MT Jax. That's the Blackbeard gone once again. After finding that opening frag off yellow stairs. Oh, he swings wide, finds a double onto Karasray. That's a great frag there. Gets down from yellow stairs, but will be safe just for the moment. Trills will push the man back off that window. Winter having to play a little bit more defensively around that window. Sees the Claymore. Could look for another cheeky run out here. But it's in such a rough position. If he does swing for it, he might get fragged out. But Kakon, unfortunately, yeah, Winter's well aware of what's going on here. And it will be Trills found by Kev, who rotated in to provide a bit of support. They get Kakon back up, though, off the back of it. So 3 versus 2 still. Man advantage in favor of Glide. Source there with the Alder in hand. Can go big with such a big gun. Walls being opened up above Kakon. He's feeling a bit rough. It was actually Fox, though. So it was his teammate just providing some extra lines of sight for his team. SMG-11 in hand. Looking towards that window from meeting. What a great line of sight here. You already see how big that gun can go when in the right hands. And Kif, though, finds his teammate. Does push it back to a 2 versus 2. He's got control of yellow stairs. Teammate pushing into private bathroom as well. He gets fragged out. That's the diffuser down. Picked up immediately, but that's the SMG-11 of Fox going off once again. It's all up to Kif here. He's playing into 2. Glide have time to play around. They can just wait for Kif to push into their lines of sight here, and that does seem to be exactly what they're doing. A great crossfire, going to be the play. One from circle, one from meeting. As it's all up to Kif now, he's got to do something. Time is running low. Will they hold it over? The swing comes out and it's Source. It will be Source, the man on the older, and Maestro securing their second round for Glide here.
Yeah, they changed it up. They played together, more info as a team, and you should be seeing a blue screen here, Panda, for a second. I'm just updating the bands. I believe it was the Sledge, Nomad, Echo
and Castle.
Echo and Castle. Thank you very much. But yeah,
that's why you take the notes. You gotta have all that readily on hand. But yeah, it was a great adaptation, I suppose, from Glide, playing a little more passively. Coming into the next round is base once again, and we see big adaptations this time. Winter going to be playing the Ying, Fox going to be playing the Frost. Will be the 6 pick out for the Pulse in the end. They 6 picking off the Ying as well. Although arguably, I highly rate Pulse on this basement bomb site.
I do indeed. Yeah, that if once attackers get control of that piano, it's so much harder to defend this garage bomb site. That's why Balkan's gotten 2 bomb plants down consistently the last couple times Glide have played this site. I think they're changing it up here. They're reinforcing the bathroom, holding piano a bit more heavy. I like this approach from Glide. They've noticed that garage has been taken. Now they're gonna try and fight back, try and hold this control a bit more, hold more ground.
Not only that, they have made some minor adaptations. It's going to be the Legion in the hands of Source. Kakon has his Maestro back once again. Easy back on the Bandit, so there's every possibility that we see another spawn peak coming out of him going into this round.
No doubt. If I know Easy, I think he's a real aggressive player. I'm surprised he hasn't pulled out the M870 yet, to be honest.
Yeah, that's exactly the play. He's opened up the window in console. He's looking for such a tight angle here. And I think Balkan and Ratnici are very aware of what he has been doing so far in this game. And they're playing very defensively. It was only the one operator spawning there in the northwest. And they started off prone, waiting for the spawn peak, and they will just back off. So as a result, nothing really gained off the start of this round for Glide at the moment. But it's once again, it's Static playing aggressively up towards admin office, looking to open things up. No, sorry, he's up towards console. But yeah, at least he's just been consistently aggressively pushing on the second floor every single round so far.
I think he's going to peek this aggressively. He's going to hold this Ash, contest.
Well, as we say, that empty Jacks will secure the opening frag in that round. Taking out Source, the Legion player, so no more Goomlan's going to be stacking up here for Glide Esports. I would assume it's Esports, but...
It is indeed, and that's a big loss. Those Legion men stack across time.
It's a massive deficit to find yourself in. Those Goomans can be so detrimental, so hard to play around, especially if IQ is not scanning them out and can slow things down, which is exactly what you want to be doing if you are Glide. Things are coming out the wide swing towards Long Desk. Static not quite getting the kill there as Easy will rotate back towards Copy Room and Admin. Just getting away by the hair, the hair on his head actually, because that almost took his head out, believe it or not. Sitting in front of a spray comes out. Static will actually finish things off. Unfortunately, Easy rotated just a bit too far and wound up back in the opposite side. Pings, more pings coming out here. Trill's in a bit of trouble right now. He's going to look to try and contest. Looks for the spray, not going to connect. Will just head straight back downstairs from service. He's got Static hot on his tail. He has just bailed out, and I think he's very lucky to have survived as long as he did.
How has Trills lived that? He's had 2 people chasing and several drone pings. He hasn't even lost a single point of damage.
I am very impressed right now. Balkan and Ratnici, the aggression which we're seeing Static play with is being completely unpunished. Maybe they need to. Well, I say maybe they need to. This is the final round of the defense here, so there is going to be no room for adaptation going into the next one. Playing from downstairs, it will be Fox with the heartbeat sensor and the UMP in hand. Kakon takes a bit of damage here. Nitro Cell is available. There it comes out. Kakon finds Static, but the Nitro Cell lands in the wrong position. The movement had come out. And as a result, we see Kakon getting taken down, played from above. Trill spraying to the floor, finds MT Jacks. So a nice kill there. Brings it back to a 3-2 man advantage for Balkan Ratnici. Definitely winnable position here, but they only have 15 seconds left. Reinforcements played.
Very clever.
Coming out.
10 seconds to go.
This could go either way at the moment. Trill's in position, and Anti-Cable swings in the bathroom, finds Kip. 4 seconds left, they've got to go for the defuse. It's going to be the swing downstairs. Fox secures that, and it's going to be Glide taking it 3-3 into the half. What a delay, Strat. What a play. Fox coming up big at the end there. And as a result, Balkan and Ratnici just choke in the final moments of the round.
Great play from Glide there as they decide to give up garage and retake the middle floor. They know that losing piano would be detrimental to them as that IQ would just cut off all rotates. Instead, Fox and Trills decide to run up, retake bathroom. Fox with that beautiful ping, allowing that pre-fire onto the IQ and just denying that plant, holding it. You can see he was happy there. As soon as he got that kill, he didn't even re-swing because he knew he'd won the round. What a play from the Glide defense there.
Wizard, it's time. We've got Empty Jacks on the defense right now. He's playing the pulse. I know for a fact this is going to be shotgun pulse as well.
Let's check.
It's
let's see.
picking up. It's got to be. It's the only way I've seen him play it. I wouldn't be surprised. He plays aggressively.
Yes.
I mean, give the opportunity. There it is. He's got the M1014 in the hand. This is the MT Jack specialty. So we'll see if he can do anything with it here. We're getting into the second half. Now, Glide find themselves on attack 3 to 3.5, despite losing 3 rounds in a row after that initial win. They've changed things up. They've got a Hibana. They've got a Jackal as well. So not what we saw Balkan Ratnici running. We also see the Valkyrie coming out here for Parasray and the smoke in the hands of Kip. So both teams running a little bit different to what their opponents did. We'll see how well it can play out. But the thing I want to watch is that M1014 in the hands of MT Jacks. The shotgun pulse. He has thrown down the gauntlet. We'll see if it pays off for him, as he is going to be rotating back up service stairs. He does like to play these tight angles. And when he swings hard. And if he can find those frags, I mean, not only is it going to be impactful for the round, but it's that mental game once again. If you get killed by a shotgun pulse, we could see a run out. I've seen him do it before. That's a big jump, though, so we might see him play it a little bit safer. If he can find it, it's going to be a massive kill into the round.
Ooh,
Static's coming out.
Here.
It's a deep roam from Static.
This could be a huge thorn on the side of Glide. It could be a late flank. Easy gets a pick onto Projector, I think. Well, what an early pick. Now, Easy is an aggressive player. I think on this attack side, he's going to thrive a bit more as he's going to be a bit more loose with his gameplay.
Yeah, has the footsteps as well. Takes out the smoke early on, which is a massive frag to find. Those toxic canisters can slow things down. The contest going into piano just absolutely nullified because Static looks the wrong way. So 2-man advantage already established well into this round. MT Jacks, though, with the Nitro Cell takes out Easy. That aggressive Jackal player now gone. Looking for the heartbeats from below. This could be massive. If he can find the jump down through the hatch or anything through the floor even, that could be a massive frag to find. But things once again slowing down. Source can be playing admin. Drones are there. They've definitely taken their time in terms of the drone game. They're not playing quite as recklessly, quite as aggressively as we have seen. But they've also found some big kills early on.
They have indeed. Source is now picking the long desk. They've got the Bosco wall open on Projector, the one that doesn't allow the people to hide behind the table. Now, this is opening up. Glad has so much map control and so much time. I don't think there's any way they can lose this as long as they play it right and don't throw for the defense of Balkan.
I mean, they need to destroy that deployable shield there. If they can do that, they can open up Empty Jacks. There we go. It has been destroyed. Empty Jacks is well and truly isolated right now. Has to find a reposition here, as he will just hold behind the table. Has the shotgun in hand. There's the Thatcher there. He goes for the one. He gets the down on the source. He gets the kill. Karastray follows up with a quick Nitro Cell kill. Unfortunately, they lose Winter off the back of a K-Con with the G8. And then quickly, Fox finds Empty Jacks as well. It's all up to the Valkyrie here. Unfortunately, not having the best of guns in this situation. We'll see how she can do. It's the drone. They do know where she is. So it is all up to this last 28 seconds. What Balkan Ratnici can do. And unfortunately, it is nothing. Glide will secure the first round of the second half with a almost baffling series of events, was it?
That was incredible. Right after I said Balkan can't win the round without Glide cannot lose the round without Balkan throwing. Balkan pull it back into a 3v2, and then we have a nice series of frags from Kin and Fox. No doubt Fox calling throughout that whole time as he was on drone for half the round, and they pull it back from a 2v3 to a 2v0 as they win the round. What a round that was, Panda.
It was an emotional roller coaster, at least for me, but we are going to be heading back down to basement now on the second round of the second half. Glide changing things up once again. Source going to be playing the Thermite. They stick with everything else except for the Jackal, although it looks like Easy is going to be 6-picking that out. Winter was sitting on the L. Will 6-pick that out for the Maestro, and they stick to the Jackal in the end. Empty Jax, though, is back on his shotgun pulse once again.
I think I have a new favorite new favorite player here, Panda. I think he's my idol. You gotta learn how to play like this.
The cojones on a man like that to pull something like this. But he's going deep on this road. It looks like he's going to be heading up to the second floor, playing around there. And I mean, with actually no, he's just going to be contesting lobby, trying to kill the drones out, doing some of these hatches up as well. But
now,
he does like to play those tight angles, and I've seen it a couple of times where he's playing literally on a door frame. As soon as someone pushes in, just plugs them through the chest and finds one, if not 2 or 3 frags.
100%. Pulse that you haven't droned out can be deadly, and I think that's how important that drone was. As Kin did spot him in lobby. Now they are aware there is a pulse, and Kin is going to have to work overdrive to find him and hunt him down. I think finding this pulse is going to be their #1 priority before they go for sites or map control.
He does look like he has headed back down into the basement. Surprisingly enough, I would have assumed that he would have done something surprisingly cheeky upstairs in that admin office area. With all those desks and, you know, partitions to play on, it's actually going to be Static who is sitting upstairs on the Jaeger, and instead he's sitting in connector. Could look for something a little bit obnoxious as he does get the drone. He swings, looking for the frag onto the balcony. Nothing really gained. In fact, no damage at all traded out in the end. A bit of a noodle spray coming out almost 3 times there. Nothing really gained. It will be Static just relocating downstairs in the tellers after what would have to be a little bit of an embarrassing situation to find yourself in. Not able to connect a single shot either way.
That's not what you want at all. If you have eyes on a Jaeger, you want to set up a pinch, not a 1v1 situation like that. Allowing him to get away like that has just cost you valuable time and given Balkans a lot of info that they can play off of. Now they know they're going to go for a top floor take, and this Jaeger can just roam around freely, wasting as much time and utility as he wants.
Yeah, not only that, but it is Static. He's playing in the lobby. Unfortunately, looks the wrong way. Easy. Once again, 2 rounds in a row will open things up. Gets a double, in fact. As Karis Ray gets dropped off the back of that, pushing towards press room. So a big series of kills there for Glide to start things off in the second half. They have the man advantage once again. We saw them in the situation in the last round. 2 men quickly dropped by them. Does mean it is a 5 versus 3. It is the basement bomb site though, so they have established control in the second and now the first floors. Breaching charges go out, Trills finds another one. That's the shotgun pulse, largely ineffective coming into the second half. It's all up to Winter and Kif at the moment. Kif finds one. That's Cake on down. They get the IQ with the SMG-11 in hand. Coming in from behind though, it's Trills once again in a great position. Kif with a double kill though with the SMG-11 takes down the Jackal. Has 3 to find here, but we've seen guns. This SMG-11 go big in situations. If you can find their heads quite quickly, could definitely bring this back here. Things are coming out. Nothing translated though. As things are slowing down, it's Glide looking to try and flood him out here. Diffuser is going to be going down. It's Fox, shotgun in hand though. Kif trying to look for something. No, he's repositioned to the wrong place. He's looking in the wrong direction. Diffuser goes down. They've got every opportunity now to play for that post-plant position. It's going to be the man Fox holding the angle onto yellow stairs with the Type 89 in hand. Such a great gun for these situations.
Oh, he's let him walk past.
Oh no, he jumped onto the drone. Kif pushes down. They don't know where he is. He swings. Will he find anyone? Yes!
Oh.
He finds Source. Going for the flash. Triple kill here for Kif in the round. Has to find 2. He's in a bit of a pinch situation. It's only going to take a small angle for things to go horribly wrong for him. Looks for the rotate hold. He can't figure out which way to look. 10 seconds left in the round. There's no way he can do it. He's pushing through security back in the garage. It's Trills all set up to take this, and Trills will actually get it to finish things off. And what could have been a spectacular round for Kif just crumbles in the end due to, you know, misdirection and bad decision making.
That was a massive game of cat and mouse that whole round. First with the Jaeger, then with the smoke towards the end. Oh, Fox with the unluckiest piece of drone timing. Gets on the drone to position it onto the diffuser. Full 8 round. Which then leads to the death of his teammate. As Smoke walks in and Thermite, just not expecting it, Smoke peeks from pipes and getting picked off.
Yeah, I hate to see it. It's such a rough situation here. And unfortunately, it does seem that Balkan Ratnici is so demoralized now that Empty Jax has been switched out from the shotgun pulse.
No.
He's going to be playing the bandit. He's been relegated. Karis Ray, though, was playing the Whamai. Going to 6-pick out for the Doc. They 6-pick out for the Thatcher on the attack as well.
Is it the bandit shotgun, though?
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it come out, and it's going to be the MP7 bandit going to be played here for Empty Jax in round number 9.
Now back to console office they go. They were close. They were close to winning it, pulling it back. I think this is their strongest side. They've shown it so far. I think Balkan needs this round to stay in the game mentally. Obviously, they won't lose straight away if they lose this round, but I think it's so demoralizing to see that big match point across your screen.
Yeah, Karasray going to be playing the dock with the MP5 in hand. Could look for some cheeky spawn peaks with that ACOG available as well. But I asked you this question about Glide, what they need to do on their defense to bring things back. I'm going to ask you the same question again now, Wizard. What do Balkan Ratnici need to do here? Because their defense has just crumbled time and time again.
I think they're relying so much on static roaming and wasting time alone. I think they pull out a Valkyrie or another or Pulse more aggressive to get him that info he needs. Get him a roaming partner. Get Glide scattered all across the place. A pick or two, then fall back to site. I think they need to disrupt Glide's rhythm here. They're playing off Glide's momentum and Glide's timings. That's something they can't do if they want to win this map.
Yeah, and this could be it. Static looks for one. He finds Hakon, so big pick there.
Exactly.
Does mean that the IQ is gone now, so all that gadgetry going to be left uncontested, unless directly seen here. And Static repositioning straight through basement once again. This is exactly the situation Balkan wanted to be in.
Exactly. He's gotten a pick. He's fallen off. Now they have to hunt him. Cards are in Balkan's favor here as Static has gotten the IQ. Can't get those Legion mines. Can't get those bandit batteries from below. Now, that's the situation Balkan wants to be in.
Yeah, it's going to be the slow drone play coming out here for Glide now on their third round of attack. Sorry, just doing some quick maths. It's getting a bit late here in New Zealand.
It is getting late here.
It's also a Friday. I don't know why I'm doing maths in the first place, but yeah, it's their drone play coming out in round 9. Trying to play a little bit safer. They've already lost one man early on to Static, so they want to find out where he is and where these defenders are playing. There is a man up in meeting room though, looking to try and slow things down. It's going to be the bandit in the hands of BNTJax this time. We see that long rotate coming to fruition here. Static now pushing up from behind. Karasray cops a bit of damage. Spray coming out from Source. Does mean he's going to have to play a little bit more defensively. He has those stim pistols as well, so will overstim himself and be back to where he was beforehand. Bandit trick coming out will slow things down here for Glide, as the final minute is going to be coming up very soon. Easy, looking for something, trying to push in the meeting room. Going to be that Claymore going out and the goo mine getting thrown right next to Source there. The big arm of Winter coming to fruition. Just trying to push in the meeting room. It's going to be a contest here potentially from NTJax. Karasray actually finds the frag there. His bandit tricking is still going to be the attempt. He's Static playing from below on service. He's going to catch the man from behind. Source goes down. And this is the biggest advantage we've seen Balkan Ratnici with so far. 5-2 as it stands. Trills and Fox, the only ones left alive. Unfortunately, neither are really in a position to capitalize here. Static going to be pushing up from basement stairs. Might be able to find something on the flank as Trills pushing up service stairs onto the second floor. Drones are there for Fox. He finds Karasray. That's the first one. He's got to find 4 more spray coming out. Not quite going to find what he needs. Has 12 seconds left in the clock. Toxic canisters are going deep on long desk. Trills stands on the goo mine as well. Has to pull that out. They've delayed things spectacularly here. Balkan. Static finds one, and Balkan will shut it out, bringing it back 5-4.
Now, Static was the game changer in that round. Getting that initial pick onto Kin, slow down the momentum, like we said, and after that, just being a thorn on Glide's side, picking bits off them and falling back as he wishes. And I think not clearing him and not pinching him initially was the downfall of Glide there.
Yeah, and it was really unfortunate there that towards the end they just lost so many people very early on, and as a result they weren't really able to mount much of a comeback at all. We're going to be heading back down to basement. Karasray playing something a little bit different in this round once again. It's going to be the Kaid looking to use those electro claws potentially for that, electro trick onto Garage Door. You're looking at the frag. Static has gone massive for his team so far. 14-1-7. Has definitely done a lot of work to put his team on the shoulders to bring it back. They've got to go 2 more rounds to at least guarantee the draw. If not, take it even further and guarantee themselves the win. They're getting into prep phase. They're looking a bit better now. They've taken a couple of rounds so far in the second half, but they need more.
Now this is going to be a key round on either side. If Glide wins this, they can relax a bit, knowing they've at least captured a draw. But they'll be going for the win here. But Balkan, if they get this round back, then, like we said at the start and like we've been saying, it's going to be one hell of a game.
Yeah, we also see Karasray did 6 pick out the Cade for a mirror. Can be one of the most impactful operators on the defense when given the opportunity. Usually it is banned out by a lot of teams, but it has slipped through here on console. So it'll be interesting to see how they utilize those mirror windows. I've seen a lot of teams like to play it upstairs in public bathrooms, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. It's going to be a basement hold here with basement placements as well. So we'll see if they can utilize that at all. Getting themselves in an underway. It's Static once again. He's in meeting room. He's below the window, prone. If he gets thrown out here, this could be absolutely massive. I don't think they've seen him. They misthrown that massively. The spray comes out. Unfortunately, Static just a bit over-eager there. Had assumed that he had been. He's going to pick in towards admin. Unfortunately, the slow push in there does guarantee the kill for easy. Has secured himself 3 opening frags so far in this half. He's done reasonably well, 4 in the game so far. Is putting that PDW to absolute use right now. They have the man advantage once again. It is Static, the most impactful player here for Balkan Ratnici, which almost indicates that Glide are going to be able to push it to match point at least.
I think so. Static being gone, they don't have to worry about their flanks as heavy as before. Unless Balkan sends another one up now, you know, catches Glide off guard. I think they're just going to allow Glide to take the map control they want and allow them to take piano for free. Oh no, there's a C4. The C4 empty Jax, who else finding the IQ of Kin as he's trying to breach above. Now he fully puts the bandits back on the wall. Thermite and Thatcher still in play. I think they're going to get the main wall open here and still continue with their plan.
Yeah, just looking to try and get themselves established in garage, because that has been the collapsing point for the defense for both teams as it stands. The EMP will go out. They're looking to throw another one down as well. Maybe going to be able to find the bandit trick here, but the second EMP follows up quite closely from behind, so they will get garage open. 4-4 as it stands. They have so many lines of sight now into the basement. It can be so hard to deter this push. 1 nitro cell still available for Balkan Ratnici on the defense. Trills gets hit by the goo mine and cleaned up by Karasray with the Vector in hand. They've still got a great defensible position here. Easy playing from above. Sees one. Will he find it? He does. He gets Winter. That's the Legion now, so no more goo mines going to be regenerating, but they've lasted so long in the round. I say that. He gets dropped as well. Empty Jax finally is finding his form. Finds himself another pushing in from yellow stairs. It's going to be sourced. The Thermite does step on a goo mine as well. These placements have been spectacular by Winter, and the fact that they lost the IQ so early on, he gets taken down. Kev and Balkan Ratnici looking to go for the round equalizer here. It's all up to Fox. The Thatcher left alone is going to be playing into 3. Is going to have a pretty easy time taking out Kev. That SMG-11 though can be a bit of a nuisance. Has to contest yellow stairs. It's a man close. Toxic canisters are there. 14 seconds into the round. You hate to see it. This plays on your mental game so poorly. You watch as the clock drains out. Toxic canister on that entryway into garage as well. The prone form of the defender there. He gets me empty Jax though. It's going to be the bandit taken out, but Balkan Ratnici equalised things 5-5. Fox must have been screaming into his headset right there because he's got no time to work with, no teammates to work with, and all he can do is either commit to a play or watch the clock time out.
I think he spent the time there talking to his teammates. He didn't want to push in and die. He wanted that extra time to figure out what was going on. When you get the early pick like that, when you have the map control and lose it that quickly, that's got to be demoralizing. Now Fox switching off the... Nope, back onto the Ibana. I thought he was switching onto Capital. That might be a 6th pick. Who knows? I think this is both teams are playing very well mechanically, but I think this is a game of the minds here. Panda, that's all it comes down to.
For sure, it's really going to be which team has the most resilience, has the mental fortitude to stay the course of this game. 5-5 as it stands. We are 2 rounds away from wrapping up Consulate right now. Will it be a draw? Will it be a win either way? Fox is going to be playing the Twitch in this one. Static going to be playing the Kev. They're committing to that heavy roam game here. If he can find some big frags, find some interrogates, could go massive for his team. But it's Winter this time, has been relegated to the Maestro. Kev's going to be playing that smoke once again. Empty Jax, we're not going to see the shotgun pulse coming back. Unfortunately, I don't think he's had far more success on the Bandits so far. But they're getting themselves set up, and this could be... Well, it is going to be match point regardless, but it could go either way at this stage.
I think now that this is a lobby hold, if so Balkan does seem to be holding this projector really heavy, as if they do take that, if the attackers do take that, then they have circle desk pretty much for free. I think this just comes down to how Glide execute this, and hopefully they don't play into Balkan's traps, especially the Cav, I should say.
Yeah, most definitely that interrogate's so monumentally impactful for the defenders. If you can get that, it gives away every single attacker, which is something you really don't want to have to deal with if you are Glide right now. So they're getting themselves set up, they're going for that admin push. Multiple defenders there. The Jackal of Easy looking for the spray. Gets a bit of damage out on the Kip. Sees the foot, he finds the spray, will take off the head and gets himself another opening frag in this match so far. That is 5 out of the total 10. Trills with an unfortunate team kill. He goes down quite quickly afterwards. Easy gets taken out by the Nitro Cell. It's all coming apart now for Glide. They find themselves at a massive deficit. They're playing into 4. Kcon has control of Connector. He's looking towards meeting room there. They see the Cav. They see the feet in the admin office. And Static, he's looking to contest this quite aggressively. He's on the window. And we saw him there. We might see the jump out. No, he's going to play it safe. Going to go for the silent steps. Retreat back, join up with his teammate. They're not willing to give up the advantage yet. Kcon slowly working on those default cams. But what looked like a spectacular opening to this round for Glide just goes horribly wrong off the back of a team kill. And then a subsequent quick double frag there is pushing on the service stairs. Will be Karis Ray. He gets taken out. Back to a 3-2. So definitely a winnable position here for Glide. They've got a minute and a half to work with. But this round, what looked like a spectacular start, it just quickly deteriorated.
It has indeed. That misplay, going in too quick, capitalizing off the momentum, perhaps a little too quickly, not communicating what the team wanted each other to do, has led to the downfall of Glide. Especially that TK, that must have been a miscomm somehow.
They're still struggling to deal with Static. The man has been an absolute thorn in the side here for Glide. It's going to be both operators pressuring towards Console. I don't know if they quite realise they find Static in the end. Kcon doing work with that G8 in hand. Drone work still being committed here by Fox. They've got 40 seconds left to work with Winter, and Empty Jacks are the men to find. Winter has yet to do much. Well, I suppose he provides, the Overwatch, working those cams, but he doesn't find too many frags going into this. So it's going to be largely up to Empty Jacks to finish this round out for them. And drones are going to be committed. They see the man in public bathroom, so they've got eyes on one.
20 seconds
Shot
left.
drone was there. It's all coming down to this. 18 seconds left on the clock. They have to push downstairs, get the diffuser or get the frags. It's going to be the aggression onto press lobby. Drop down straight from Kcon. He's got the diffuser in hand. Going to be looking to try and go for the plant. It pulls out the scanner. Unfortunately, they lose to Twitch. It's Fox's God. Empty Jack finds a double. They've done it. They've taken it to match point. Balkan Ratnici, the first one to make it to 6 rounds. The next one is going to decide whether it's a win or a draw. So Glide will need to pull this one back.
Not a bad attempt though from Fox and Kin in a 2v4 situation. Get the first 2, perhaps taking a bit too long. And I think that having so little time and so little information, especially on Empty Jacks, would have cost them the round anyway. Even if they did kill the Master, they still had the Evil Eyes on site, and Empty Jack still had his. He'd used a C4, but he still has that gun. So if they planted Piano, then he could have still shot them from below. I think that was a tough round to win, but Kid and Fox tried their best. And here we have possibly, definitely the final round, but which way will it go?
And we see Karis Ray, he's 6th picked out for the Mozzie onto the Clash.
Attackers need to
It's not a tactic I necessarily agree with, but I can understand why it has been picked here. That shield operator can absolutely lock people out of rooms and make it so hard to aggress here. It will be interesting to see if they can utilise it, especially considering there's no real hard breach other than the Habana available here for Glide. And if you lock down a doorway with reinforcements on either side, it spells naught but doom here for Glide on their final attack round. Getting themselves underway. Surely Balkan must be on top of the world after the comeback they've had.
They're on it mentally now. They have to try and get not too overconfident here, as if they swing too wide or peek a little angle too far, then if Glide capitalizes, that could be the end. No!
It's Static opening things up on the defense with the Jaeger.
Is that a
Will
spawn
take out Taken again. That is the IQ now gone. What a massive frag to find. We've seen these rounds before, Wizard. As soon as Static finds himself an opening frag or is impactful from the very start, the round quite quickly devolves out of control for Glide, and Balkan are able to switch it up and take the round in the end. But it is the final round of Consulate. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left on the map. 6-5 currently for Balkan, so they're guaranteed at least the draw going into this. It's going to be Glide looking to even things up. Balkan not going to let them if they can. And the mental must be absolutely blown right now if you Glide.
I don't know how they're going to pull themselves back from this. They've still got the Clash and the Legion to deal with. No IQ on the board. And still Static running around the map, prodding and poking like he does. He's found himself back to side, actually. I think this is going to be a tough round with only 2 minutes left as well. Glide has a mountain to climb.
And they're definitely slowing things down once again, trying to play that smart style. They've scouted out the Clash with the footsteps. Will they be able to find the ankles? And it's going to be Source to gain sight of it early. It will be that EMP going out. Although there's only so much they can do. It's going to be the long desk throw from the EMP. And unfortunately, no Taze is going to be coming out for the man on the shield operator right now. Karastray just going to have to slow it down. Play that defensive style. Look to try and keep that doorway blocked. And unfortunately for Glide, I don't think they quite know that Static is down here in Antechamber. There's a number of frags he could find off the back of this. There's two on circle desk right now playing from below. He swings left. He swings right. Ooh. No, he messes it all up. He can't get the finish on either of them. Trills will equal it up there. What a monumental missed spray there from Static. What could have been a massive round for him. A massive triple kill goes awry very quickly. And as a result, Glide definitely in position to even things up here. It's going to be Trills, though, who is down on yellow. Will be able to pick himself back up. Obviously, it is a Zofia. Can definitely do that. We'll be able to... Oh, no. You hate to see it. It's going to be Kif there with the shotgun. M59 to the back will secure that frag. So Balkan back again with the man advantage. They have used that X-car to open up that long angle into meeting. Drones are still there. Sees there's two. Source finds one deep and thinks back on with the Kif. They find another. Unfortunately, that is Source, though. Empty Jack's the one, Winter with another. It's all down to Fox. There's 12 seconds left in the round, and it's all but done. Balkan, Ratnici claw it back in the end to take it. 7-5 on Consulate. 2 seconds left, 1 second left. At least Fox gets a consolation frag, but it will be Balkan, Ratnici closing things out, clawing their way back from a 5-3 deficit to take the win 7-5.
That was a phenomenal game from Balkan Ratnici. Static had a hell of a game. His teammates Kif, especially MT Jax, the unorthodox peaks, the unorthodox comms, the Legion from Winter came in huge as well on that garage bomb site, as so many picks were off that info. A hell of a game from Balkan Ratnici to pull that back.
Yeah, not only that, but having the men